Hey, what's up, guys? So I was browsing on social media and actually X to be specific. So I was over there and just checking out some information, seeing if I can find some kind of, mulatto related content or discourse from, other people who oftentimes, like I said, speak for us. And so my goal with my social media is to give us a voice and let us have the microphone so we can defend our position, defend our integrity, and establish parameters and ultimately just give us a voice. We have the microphone now. So I saw a couple comments that I want to talk about, and it's going to be related to not only mulattoes, but as you often find, they throw in Creoles into that same mix, pun intended. Just like as we can see, they oftentimes will throw in, mulattoes in with like light-skinned blacks. When I know we're two different groups, but a lot of people will throw us in the same group for obvious reasons. So check out this comment here. So over on X from Bravo Variant at Black Weredog, he puts, "That's why I don't trust a lot of Creole / mulatto / mixed race / racially ambiguous folks. They play their role as a buffer class between black and white, leaning into anti-blackness when advantageous, and then holler they are black to shield themselves from criticism from the community." Do you guys see all that? How they're throwing in racially ambiguous, mixed mulatto and Creole all into the same group. And it has to do with this trust. I told you, when you deal with the Afrocentrics, the pro-blacks, the main argument is trust. Well, I don't trust you because you're a buffer class and you're anti-black. These are common conspiracy theories that they often push about us. And oftentimes, a lot of us, we feel like we don't have a voice. A lot of us, because we're in spaces where we are the minority, so therefore our voices get drowned out. That's why I'm ultra specific in saying mulatto, because what happens is if you do include, light-skinned black people in your discussion, they're mostly black, their cultures, African-American culture, etc. They are basically going to take the position of the majority group. And they're going to separate themselves from you and say, well, I'm not like them. They're different than me. This is a major issue that we have to address. And then we can see another comment here. This is from Terrence Shabazz. He puts, "You really need to watch this YouTube video of one of those Louisiana coon Rios." You guys see that? The slur that they developed right there. He puts, "She was being extra disrespectful towards Black America because of that so-called quote-unquote Creole woman who was on the internet crying about being quote-unquote black and being a quote-unquote Louisiana Creole." He's taking shots at the Creole Lady Marmalade. Creole Lady Marmalade, who's doing a fantastic job promoting the Creole identity. And she's using her social media, her YouTube page, to promote Creole people and the Creole identity. So Creole Lady Marmalade made a kind of response video on the that Creole lady who was crying on the internet. This lady looks mostly white, basically is kind of white with some admixture. And there are a lot of Black Americans who are laughing at that woman, mocking her. And the woman was like crying and kind of being very dramatic. But she doesn't understand that this day and age of the internet, it's very cruel. There's a lot of bullies, because I think that woman's, a lot older. I don't know what age she is, maybe in her 50s or something. But she jumps on the internet, she posts a video, and then a lot of people in the comments are going to be basically what they call grilling her, right? You ain't black, you ain't from the hood, you ain't from the community. So they're going to be hating on her, right? If you want acceptance from them, right, then they're basically going to have the keys to Blackistan. And then they'll be able to mock you and kind of basically position you to beg them for acceptance. And some people kind of, cry and are extra dramatic, but nevertheless, the guy here, Terrence Shabazz, didn't even take it upon himself to mock the woman in the video. He had an issue with Creole Lady Marmalade for defending that woman in the Creole identity, right? The video here says Creole woman reacts to policing of Creole woman's identity. So Creole Lady Marmalade is going to defend the Creole woman, and this pro-black guy, okay, this Terrence Shabazz, has an issue with that. That's why he used this term here, coon rios. Like that's the first time I've ever heard it, but you see this type of stuff. They come up with, creative, slurs to defame us, mixed people. So that's a new one there. So this guy has an issue with a Creole person defending another Creole person. They have an issue with that. They see that as if they're losing something, and they're going to get racist. You see the type of terminologies they use. They've been using that with mulattoes for years now, but now they're even attacking Creole people. Just wanted to share this with you guys. If you guys let me know what you think, you guys can add some commentary or some comments to this. I'd really appreciate it. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.